guys, okay, I messed up the stream, but I'm going to give you guys the link. Nobody knows where I am because I went live at the right place and then I thought I was in the wrong place. Now I'm here, but nobody knows I'm here. So I'm going to update this link. I got to put it on the page. We're all going to get this. It's all going to be good. I did make the landing page so cute, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to update it so it's cute for you guys, but it'll all be good, right? Everything is going to work the way everything is supposed to work. And you guys will find me. I'm setting the intention. You guys will find me. Let me see if I am able to. I made this page in code in Claude, which was actually pretty cool because let me see if I can find the YouTube link. YouTube embed title. I think I'm just going to have to turn this off. It was a really cute page and we did really love it while it was working, but I'll fix it later. And for the meantime, I'm just going to embed this video in this page so people can find it, since I can't go back on that other live. I didn't realize. I didn't know. I panicked. I thought I was in the wrong spot, but I wasn't. I was in the right spot. Now I'm in the wrong spot because I panicked. It's just a whole thing. Not multi-video. There is a way to embed video. Video embed. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this link and we're going to put it on this page, and then everybody will be able to find us. Hooray. Okay. Save. There. It's not a very pretty page, but it is a page. Maybe I'll put a button. You guys can go to YouTube and do the chat over there. That might be better. I did have the chat box and everything on the page, but now on YouTube, you guys get to see me like in real time problem solve. Okay, I'm excited though because there's a lot of really good questions in here, and we're gonna have a good Q&A. I'm just gonna get everybody where they need to be. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna figure out how to put your questions on the screen, and then we're gonna rock and roll. I got a Red Bull. I did eat something. I almost forgot to eat today, but then I remembered. So we're hydrated, we're caffeinated, we're carbohydrated, we're everything. Okay. I'm gonna start going through these and hopefully you guys will make it. Oh, good. Okay. Megan made it. Haley made it. I went on the wrong video, but I'm glad you guys found it. Hopefully everybody will refresh the page when it's not working and make their way here. Okay. Let's do this. And you guys let me know in the chat your thoughts on these questions too. I always think it's nice to like crowdsource from the community when we're all here. I don't like teaching in a way where it's like I'm the super smart experty expert. I don't think I'm any smarter than anybody in the community. And all of us have different experiences. I'm happy to share like my perspective from my experience, but there's lots of other valuable people to learn from. So, and I always say the best place to learn stuff for your business is from your brain. Like the best ideas for your business come from your brain. And so my kind of perspective on being like a business consultant or like coach is like, I really want to help people understand like the frameworks of business and understand kind of why you would make different decisions. And then they can use their brain to figure out what's going to work best for them. I used to be a social worker, right? One of the things in social work is like people are the experts in their own lives. Like I don't know what's better for anyone else than they do, even if it looks like it's wrong to me or they shouldn't be doing something. It's like they're the expert in their lives, they're on their journey, and that's that on that, right? And I kind of have that philosophy, I think, in business. I'm gonna check and make sure my good mic is on. It says it is. Okay, I think we're good. You guys let me know if the sound is bad. So have you seen bundles work for a travel niche? Yeah. Here's what I'll say. And I don't know if you're on here. This is from Aaliyah. If you're on here, you can let me know. The first thing you guys are going to do in the Bundle Boss course is we're going to figure out what are you selling after the bundle. So I talked a little bit about this in the workshop on Friday, right? About how my goal was always to break even with the bundle on the front end. And then the money that we would make, and the bundles were profitable. Those numbers, like the 38,000 I told you guys we made, that was profit, not revenue, profit after I pay everything, profit. That 38,000 was from the bundles, but the majority of the money that I made from those bundles wasn't on the front end, it was on the back end selling things. And so my goal for most of you is going to be that you run a bundle, you're able to maybe make a little cash on the front end, definitely break even on whatever your expenses are if you pay a VA, or you got to pay yourself, right? You got to pay yourself. Y'all don't work for free, right? And then on the back end, we're going to sell something that's going to be the bulk of the revenue. And so when we're thinking about this for any of your guys' niches, like if it's like, would it work for my niche? It's not really about your niche, right? There's definitely travel niches that work, but it's like, would it work for your offer? So you want to think about, what are you selling between now and the rest of the year? If you have different products, or if you have one, like I just have one thing that we mostly sell, right? The mastermind is pretty much the only way to work with me these days. So that's pretty much the majority of my income comes from that. So is it multiple products or your one big product, and who is going to be buying those? Who's going to be buying those? And this is for any niche, right? You guys should all ask yourself these questions. Who is going to be buying those offers if you put something together like the ultimate travel planning bundle, or the dream big travel? I said on the workshop, I'm not good at coming up with names, so you guys will get to see that in real time. The Dream Life Travel Magic bundle. I don't know. If you put that together, would the person that's going to buy your offer want that? And then the other question is like, are there other people that would want to partner in that? Sometimes this is a rarity, but sometimes I will see people get too niche down, where it's like they can't find collaborators, right? And if you can't find anybody to collaborate with, that's a sign that you should go a little wider. Like, we're niche down too much. Let's go a little wider and cast a bigger net. And yeah, percentage wise, you might get more, like you might get some people that aren't as interested in what you do, but we're still going to get some of them. Whereas if you don't get any collaborators, you're not going to get anybody, right? So I'm always like, something is better than nothing, right? The Mastermind Creator Campus heard me say that. Something is better than nothing. So it's not really, to me, not really about the niche. Where I have not seen this work well, for example, in B2B, I had a client that was doing high-end consulting for businesses, charging, like a $10,000 consulting fee. So people that own large businesses, they probably aren't going to be interested in a bundle. Could she have done them and maybe found a few clients? Sure, but there's probably a better lead gen for her, right? Where it's really good, even if you want to do high-end someday, like testing your different ideas you have, testing what people are interested in, right? What you like putting together. I think those are all really valuable things. But the main things I've seen like not work well are if you have a very specific high-end client and they're not online, or they're not like spending time doing that stuff. So a lot of times when we have high-end things, the people that are buying high-end things have a lot of money. People that are at that level of success tend to not be going through free resources as much. So would your person that's going to buy your product, would they want free resources? Right? This has kind of happened to me in my business in some ways. I'll still do some free stuff once in a while, but for the most part, I'm like, can I just pay someone to do it? I'm like, I don't want to take a course. I don't want to learn about it. I don't want to do a workshop. I don't want to do a summit. I'm like, can we just hire somebody to do it? Because at this point, I'm maxed. I don't have any more time. Right? And so you got to think about your person that's going to buy your products. Would they be interested in a free bundle of stuff? Could we put together something fun for them that they would like? Would the person that's going to buy your stuff and be your customer, right? Because my goal is not, I could get you guys a fuck ton of email subscribers. Like, let's be honest. I could get you a lot of email subscribers, but that's not my goal. My goal is for you to make money, right? And if we're thinking about making money, we have to be more strategic about how we're positioning the bundles, right? And those of you guys that got Bundle Boss the other night, I am I just published the first part, so you guys will get the Asana board and everything today. I did give you the worksheets like early, like just in case you wanted to do something this weekend. But the first thing you'll do in Bundle Boss is go through those worksheets and figure out who is my ideal buyer, what do they want, and we're going to make everything in the bundle is for them, right? So you're going to think about who is going to buy these things that I sell, and then we're going to think about how could we make something friggin' delightful for them that they would really love and really be excited about. How can we make the colors like really resonate with them? Do they want something really calm and soothing feeling? Do they want something really fun and exciting? What goes with your brand and them? Like, and we're going to create an experience for your buyers, not for just anybody in the travel niche, right? But for the people that would want to buy your service, we're going to curate an event for them. That makes sense? Y'all following? Let me see what you guys are saying. I can actually read the chat. Calvin says, apologies in advance for my very long question. It's all good. I'm sure you're not the only one. Refreshing is not working. Just brings you 1 minute video when you stopped. Do I need to save this? I did add the new video. I'm just going to make sure this is on the right page. Hold on. Yeah, it's working now. Okay, good. That's probably an old comment. Thanks for letting me know that, Bettina. I appreciate you. Yay, you can chat. Yay. Who was that? I commented back to you earlier in the mastermind. Vishali, how much is your VIP ticket for the bundle? We've done all different prices. So my VIP ticket for this event was $10. We've done different ones. I think what I'll say about VIP tickets also is it's really important to do those bumps. So you have one price during the wait list, and then you do a last call at that price, right? So we do a last call. We are like, get on the wait list, get on the wait list, get on the wait list, get on the wait list. When they get on the wait list, they get dropped into a 3-email funnel where they get sent emails about the VIP. And so we pitch to them 3 times. Once we get to the waitlist date, we turn that off. And then we do a last call to everybody that has not bought. We don't send it to the people that bought. Once they buy, they get opted out of that, right? And so we send an email to everybody that has not bought, like, this is the last time to get it at that price, right? And they have a certain amount of time to go get it. And then we close it. Then we run the bundle and it's at a different price. And then when we're getting towards the end of the bundle, sometimes we'll do it like a couple days after. Sometimes we'll do it the day the bundle closes. It just depends what you want to do. We'll do another last call that's like, the price is going up. This is your last chance to get the VIP at this price. And we'll bump it again, and then we'll run it to the end. So we sometimes will give people like a couple weeks to download their stuff. So we're not letting new people sign up, but if you already signed up, you can have access to the gift page just so people have time. And it also gives us time to like promote more of the people in the bundle and feature your guys' stuff. I know the more traffic we drive to that gift page, right, the more opt-ins you guys are going to get, which is always our goal as like the host, is like, how can we drive traffic to everybody's stuff? And so leaving it open for a couple weeks allows us to do that, because we can feature different sponsors. We can feature different things of your guys's being like, go get this and go get that and and did you get this one or did you get that one? And then we can also do another last call that's like, this is your last chance to get the free gifts. And the VIP ticket's still available at this, but it's going to be going away. And we'll do another round of last call for the VIP at that price. And so the price, where you price it, I would say depends on like a couple things, like who are you targeting in there and what are you offering in the VIP? I've seen people do tiers of VIP. We've never done that just because it seems like a pain to me personally, but I've seen it work well where people have had like $100 VIP and they get like Voxer access with you, or they get something really, really big and valuable. We've done $10 VIP, we've done $30 VIPs, we've done $50 VIPs. And yeah, I think the last one we did a pretty good revenue wise, and we started it at $10 and bumped it up. I think it ended at like 30 or 40. The Becoming Boss bundle is B2B. I'm making some new things that's going to be only available in the VIP ticket for the Becoming Boss bundle. It's really cool. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But I'm making something brand new that's only going to be available in the Becoming Boss bundle. And I probably will also give you guys gift cards to the shop. And we're also going to get on everybody. I sometimes will like call in favors to like my B2B friends. I'm like, hey, like, put something in my VIP, will you? And so we'll be doing all that. We probably will start that one at like 30 or $40. It's a higher value. B2B typically are used to spending that kind of money. And especially if we have people in the VIP that you guys know and already pay to work with, you know that we're giving you a really good deal and it's easier to sell. It kind of depends on the volume, right? It's like if you have a really small bundle and you price it at $5, you're probably not going to make that much money, right? But if you could price it at $20 or $30, even if you made 5 sales, let's say, at $20, that's like what, like $100, 24 days. Yeah, I can't do math. It's still $100. That's better than nothing, right? For your time and stuff. I think you probably could sell more than that, but I'm just saying if it's a small, like there's not that many people in it. So if you have a low ticket offer and small volume, that equals typically not a lot of money, right? A lot of times when we're doing those $10 VIP, we look at the reach and we're like, this has the potential, you never know, but we're like, it has the potential to be pretty significant size wise. And so we can get away with starting something at $10 and still make our money back. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Tyra's here. Tyra, I miss you. How have you been? I need to get like an astrology forecast from you because my life has been being crazy lately. What about you guys? Okay, Tyra, let us know in the chat. Is something in the moon or the stars or what is happening? I'm going to add a new question and see if I can share it with you guys. I'm getting pretty good at this, I feel like. Maybe I spoke too soon. Show. Is it better to participate in a bundle first as a contributor than host one myself? I think it can be a good experience for sure. You should participate in ours. Go to faithmariahevents.com. We'll be recruiting next for the holiday bundle for B2C and for the boss bundle for B2B. But what I would do if you don't have the capacity or time or you can't find one, sometimes a lot of times people will host their own bundle because they're like, I can't find exactly what I want. Like I can't find enough to join in my niche related to what I'm selling. And so they're like, well, then I'll host my own, right? I've had a couple clients do that. And so if you can't find ones related to what you sell or you're in a specific niche or something, it could be difficult to find ones to participate in to get that experience. But what you can do is sign up as a participant. I would do this anyway. Like, I think it can be useful. And I'm nosy. I'm up in everybody's stuff. Like, I'm on everybody's launches. I'm in everybody's stuff. I want to see what everybody's doing. And go through as a participant so you see what it's going to be like for the people on your list, like what they see, and think about what do you want that experience to be like when they sign up? How do you want them to feel, right? How do you want to connect with them? What experience you want to curate for them? Go through as a participant. And then if you can find one related to your niche, go through as a contributor and you can kind of get a sense of like how things go. I think if you have no idea what a bundle is, it could be difficult to do one at first. I don't think it's like impossible, right? Like I'm saying, I've had people that were like, I can't find a bundle in my niche, so I'm going to host one. So it's just up to you what is better for you. But Jessica, I would say, what do you feel like would be the best move for you? It's going to be different, for everybody. But if you feel like, yeah, I would feel more comfortable if I had been through it as a contributor, then go find one to be in, right? I have something. Ooh, should I announce that now? I have an announcement. Oh, and don't let me forget to do the giveaway. Should we do that now? You all know I will forget. Let me do like at least one. I put your guys' names from the workshop the other night on this wheel. So we could do wheel of names. And I'm going to give away, what did I say? A 50, 100, and a 75 gift card. So let's start with the 50. And I'm going to share my screen in theory. Hold on. I got to get out of here, go in here. It does not want to let me share my screen. I don't know why. What the heck? What the heck? Maybe I'll give it a minute and try again in a minute. It just seems very adamant that it does not want to let me share my screen. Okay. I will come back to you in a minute and we'll see if we can share. If not, I'll watch the wheel and I'll narrate it play by play. Not as good as showing it on the screen. Okay, this one says, what was the sponsorship you sold for your first bundle B2C? What did you promise them? I'm going to need to probably open some of these because I know some of them are longer. What did you promise them? We didn't do sponsorships. So here's another thing that's, I think, kind of impressive. I was pretty impressed with those stats when we pulled our stats from our bundles, but we didn't do sponsorships like the first couple years. So that profit line could have been a lot bigger if I was maximizing profit for the bundles. Again, my goal was to get email subscribers because I wanted to grow my membership, right? And so you have different like kind of goals and focuses, I feel like, at different times of the business. I never started doing the bundles to be a revenue stream. I just wanted to break even and pay for Kelsey. And we were doing that with VIP. I'm pretty good at selling VIP tickets. A lot of you guys know because you bought VIP tickets from me from different things. I think they're really good offers, right? But we didn't do sponsorships for the first couple years. So you don't have to do sponsorships to be profitable. As far as what did we offer in the first one, and our first one would have been like 3 years ago. So I would probably have no memory of that. But generally, we are offering people extra promotion. So even if you have a small list, you can offer to email the sponsor's email with their stuff in it or whatever they want linked to everyone that signs up for the bundle. That's a really nice one. Typically, the higher paying sponsors that I know that are friends of mine that pay for high ticket sponsorships, they want a solo email and they'll pay for that. So that's something you can offer. You can offer to put them on the page. We do like they're on the top front of the gift page, which is like you get a lot more opt-ins if you're a sponsor in ours. You just do. If you have something that people like that looks cool, you're going to be at the very top. And so that's something that we do. But yeah, you just want to think about sponsors want promotion. Is there a way to give extra promotion? Oh my gosh, it's going to let me share my screen, I think. I don't know why it just popped up. I think it was like frozen. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I pushed it like 50 times and I was pushing 50 windows just popped up like 20 minutes later. Be live, what are you doing? I'm really not a fan of this software. Do you guys have a live streaming software you like? I tried to use StreamYard and I could not figure that out for the life of me. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Look at that, y'all. I'm really excited. Okay. Let's give away a $50 gift card. I exported all of the comments from the live chat that were on the YouTube, and I exported all of the comments that were on the video, and then I searched for breakthrough, and then we uploaded it into here. So that's how we did this, and then it just picks people randomly. So this person will get a $50 gift card. If I pick your name, email info@faithmariah.com and tell Kelsey that you're one of the winners. I'll write them down so she can like verify. And then we'll send you a gift card and you can get whatever you want at faithmariahshop.com, which is really awesome. You can't use it on the bundle beta. I know you guys are going to ask. You can't use it on the bundle beta because I'm already taking so much money off for the beta price. It's like you guys are already doing it. Yay. Okay, Lois Reed. I'm excited. I think I don't recognize that name, so maybe it's somebody new. Maybe I'm having a bad memory day. That could be. Let me know. Okay. That's fun. So you'll get a $50 gift card. You can get something from faithmariahshop.com. Okay. We're doing pretty good on these questions. Here we go. Oh, this is somebody saying they couldn't get the chat to work on the video. That's a bummer. Chat is disabled with the replay. Yeah, I'll have to work on that. I did it different this time, like with the video embedded in the page. Yeah, this is a good question. It says, are we able to share the content with our team, VA, et cetera, if we have someone else doing the work with or for us? Yes. I'm making it with the intention that you're going to be able to assign things in the Asana board to a team member. So it's kind of designed for that. Mostly because it's my system and my system is outsourced to an assistant. Like you can definitely do it by yourself. You'll just be the one going through and following the SOPs and doing it. But I would do it yourself first. And then once you know, I would update the SOPs as you're going through because I have all my notes and processes and like all this stuff in there. As you're going through the SOPs in the Asana board, I would make videos showing exactly how you want it, right? Put the things you want people to look for, the things that are important to you. Update the SOPs so they are very, you need to, when you're outsourcing things, be very direct in how you want things done and very detail oriented and very specific. So you update those SOPs as you go through. And then the next time you can bring an assistant on, you can just assign the tasks to their name in Asana. And that's how we run ours. Are there opportunities in the mastermind to collaborate, share work on bundles? Yeah. Okay, I have something to announce. I'm going to announce it now because it goes with this question. Are you guys ready? This is a new thing we're trying, okay? I'm going to test it as you do. But I'm really excited about it. You guys tell me if you think this is a good idea. I asked the team and they thought it was a good idea and I trust them a lot. So, but you guys let me know what you think if it's a good idea. My old Facebook group, let me look at how many people is in this thing. It has 6,000 members in it. I just like could not be less motivated to be in there, to be honest with you, because I spent all my time in the mastermind Facebook group. As the mastermind knows, I'm up in there. Okay. I just don't like this thing has been like just kind of hanging out. And I've been like, what should we do with it? Like, what do we do with it? I'm like, do we delete it? Like, that seems silly because there's 6,000 people in it. Do we, like, what do we do with it? Right. I'm like, do I let people, I had this idea where we were like, do we let people like teach workshops in there or do we like, what do we do with it? And so I am going to make it over later today and it's going to be relaunched and re-revealed. This is the free Facebook group. You don't have to be in the mastermind. It's free to everybody. And we're going to call it, I think I'm going to call it the Collaboration Station with Faith Mariah. And we're going to let you guys post any collaborations you have in there. So you can post your bundles, your summits, if you want podcast guests, if you want to do Instagram swaps, anything that you want to do to collaborate. And then what will be cool is I can pick different ones and put them in my newsletter. And the newsletter goes out to like 18,000 people now. So I can send and feature different ones and send the newsletter to that Facebook group. So I'm really excited about that. I just thought it would be just like a good value add for you guys and fun for us and a way to help people grow their bundles and reach more people, which obviously makes me very excited. So let me know. You guys excited about that? And what should I call it? I was like the Collaboration Station with Faith Mariah. I was like, maybe we call it like Collaborate Like a Boss, but because the boss stuff is like my branding, right? But sometimes I'm like, we have too many boss things flying around. Like we have Bundle Boss, and then we're going to have the Bundle Facebook group, and we have the Becoming Boss. And I was like, maybe we're getting too saturated with the boss branding. So that's why I was kind of like Collaboration Station. I also thought it was fun to say. Would you guys be into that? Love the idea. The free group is rich. Collaboration is everything. Yeah. So we had to stop letting people post in there about their businesses at one time because people were being super spammy in there. But I think if I make the rules right and it's like just for posting collaborations and not for selling, I think I can filter it that way and it will work. And it used to be like we would let people do collaborations and stuff in there, but it just got out of hand. And then I was just like, no more. But I think if I redo the rules and we re-roll it out, it will come out. I'm going to try and get that done later today, but I'm also finishing all the little details for the first section of the Bundle Boss course that launches today. So if you guys bought the early bird or if you buy the beta, you'll get the first little chunk today, which is awesome. My clients have never used a funnel. Can I pull this off using only System.io? Yeah. So a funnel, to me, a funnel is just like they opt in to a form and then they get a series of emails. Like that's what I'm thinking of. Like there's different phrases for funnels, but I'm thinking because we're talking in relation to bundles and probably I think I said on the call, like you'll get our funnels. What I mean is you're going to get our opt-in page. It's going to be a template. I'm going to show you how to customize it. I'm going to make the graphics for you. You can literally customize the graphics with the colors in there. And you'll get our email templates, and I'll make a video showing you how to hook it up. And so that way, if somebody signs up for your waitlist, for example, they can get those emails automated, or you can schedule sales emails to go out on different dates. I'm going to show you how to do all of it. But we have been running our B2C with System.io. We use System.io. We use System.io. We use the free Airtable plan. We use the free Asana plan. And we use this, Kelsey uses this software. I'll show you guys how to use it in the course. It's called like Sheetable. Is that what it's called? Do you guys know? Sheetable. The reason we use that is because when people fill out their form, which you'll also get the form, right? If you get the course, when people fill out the form on the back end, it goes into a spreadsheet. You can export that spreadsheet, and you have to edit it into a specific like format with specific headings and stuff. And then you can upload that, and it makes the page. You know how she has the page like all organized with like the gift and the description and the button? It will like lay out a lot of that. So I'm going to check with her and make sure she still likes it, like, and still would, if that's what she recommends. I trust Kelsey's recommendation a lot because she's done so many of these now. But if she still recommends that, we pay for that. And I think that's all we pay for, because System.io has your email list, your website, your landing page. What I will say, as long as we're talking about tech, this is like an important tip that I learned a very hard way. Okay. And it was fine, but I would rather you guys not have this experience. Before you do an event like this, or you do a bundle like this, first of all, there's certain things in System.io that need to be set up. So like your DMARC records need to be right. And they had to set up this certain thing in Google. I'll have to pull all of that and put it for you guys. But I would definitely, even if you're not on System.io, make sure that everything is set up correctly, that it has your domain on it. Don't send from a free System.io domain. You're going to get marked as spam. Make sure it's like faithmariah.com, right? Like yourname.com, yourbusiness.com, not systemio.faithmariah.com. Don't use that free website they give you. And then what you want to do is email like a bunch like a few weeks before. So if you usually only email once a week, and then you do an event like this and you email a bunch of times on the wait list, and then every day when the bundle is live, and then a bunch of times afterwards, it can mark you as spam, because it's just like, this is not right. And so we got our account at one point. I don't think it was all the way shut down, but they were like, you need to start sending things in batches or your account is going to get shut down. They sent us like a warning email, and they were like, we're worried that your account is spam because you're sending so many emails. And I explained to them what we were doing, and they helped me get it all in alignment. But I just want to mention that, because if you're planning on doing an event, this can happen not on System.io also. If you've not been regularly emailing your list, like, I would make sure you're emailing like a few times a week leading up to that event, because you're going to have so many new subscribers and you're going to be sending so many emails that like boost on your account can look like spam on the back end. And it's good that System.io does that, because they're protecting their deliverability. So if I'm System.io, in this example, I'm System.io. If I'm System.io and I let Spammy Sally just send whatever, and she's on my server sending all these spammy ass emails and just sending 20 emails a day of bullshit, Google will ding not just Spammy Sally, but everybody on that server. Right. And so the fact that System.io is like monitoring that, to me, is like a good thing, because it will help our deliverability, because I know that they're not letting people spam like a bunch of emails, right? So yeah, for what it's worth, I would just email a bunch before your thing, and then we will put like best practices and stuff for you guys in the course. But you can always ask, you could always like email somebody at your email provider and ask ChatGPT. That's who I ask everything now for tech. Let's see. The chat won't open through the replay page. Okay, Vicky, I'm going to add you on here. Let me do that. Maybe I'll add everybody that was like they can't put it on the replay page onto our little spinner. I'll put Vicky on here. Who else? There was a couple more. Let me add them and then we'll do another little giveaway. Who else said they wouldn't work? I'm going to just go through and pull everybody that said they couldn't comment in the chat and that sent a little thing to the Q&A, and I'll add them onto our wheel so that way they don't get left out. I tried to make it inclusive to everybody, but I didn't think about the replay not loading the chat. Let's see. The chat box didn't work. Yeah, Teresa. Who else? I just want to make sure I get everybody on here. You guys let me know in the chat. I'm curious, you guys think you're going to just host a bundle like this next year? Is it on your list of things to do? Or is it like way out in the future? You're like maybe someday in the future, but not anytime approaching. I'm looking to see if there's any other questions about the chat not working. Can't get the chat to work. Okay, Victoria. We're going to get Victoria. And I think there was one more person. And then maybe we'll do another little giveaway. Contributor, then host one myself. Okay, I think I got everyone. April. We got to get April on here. We don't want to leave April out. Okay. Okay, let's do. I still have a 75 and 100 to give away. So you guys still got a chance. Boom. Okay, there we go. I thought I was like foolproof because I was like, I exported the whole chat and like sorted it all. And I was like, I've got everybody. There's no way nobody's being missed, but it's just, that's the way it goes, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to spin the wheel. This will be for, what did I say? $75 gift card, faithmariahshop.com. If you win, email my team, info@faithmariah, and they will get you a gift card to the shop. I have to let Kelsey know I did this. Salute to Wellness. This must be your YouTube name, but Salute to Wellness. I don't know who you are, but if you're on here, email us and let us know that you're Salute to Wellness. We will get you a gift card. Congratulations. There's lots of fun stuff in there. There's lots of all the workshops that I did in the last couple years are in there. The Course Clarity Workshop. There's a Money Mindset Retreat. The Digital Product Lab is in there. What else is in there? All of the stuff. There's a lot of stuff in there. You know how we do around here. I'm about to be a participant in a quilting bundle, and I'll be interested to see how it goes. I'm considering a bundle as a membership launch strategy. I would love that. Let me see, Calvin, are you on the wheel? I think I saw you on here. Did you type breakthrough in the chat? I'll add you on here. I don't know. I thought I saw you on here, but I'll just put you on here in case. You'll be on for the $100 one. You guys already have everything in the shop if you're in the mastermind, but you can still pick something out if you want. All right. I plan on doing a bundle next year. Oh, Megan, that'll be fun. I'm excited to help you with that. Yeah, I want to participate in a few and then do some in the future. Yeah, if you participate in some, what I would do is like take really good notes. So take notes of what they did that you really liked as a contributor, take notes about what you didn't like as a contributor, take notes of like different ideas you get, and go through as a contributor, but also like a detective contributor, you know what I mean? And like look for opportunities to be able to make your own bundle better. This one I already answered. This one we're answering about System.io. This one, chat box didn't work. Do you think bundles are a good way to launch a membership at the end of the bundle? Yeah, totally. I think that was Haley's question. But let me put it up here. Let's talk about like selling stuff. We can talk about selling stuff in a minute. So, do you think bundles are a good way to launch a membership on the back of the bundle? Yes, if you are attracting the people that would want to buy that membership into the bundle. So, you've got to think about the price point of the bundle. What problem does the bundle solve, or the membership solve? What problem does the membership solve? What's the price point of the membership? I might you would have to test this, okay? We have had like mixed results with trials, but you might consider maybe doing a free 7-day trial to everybody that gets into the free bundle. And just when they get their confirmation email, I would just send them that thing. And then, or the other thing I've done is I've done 30-day trials with the VIP ticket. And we, when the events were aligned with my people, we did pretty well with that. I kind of phased out trials because I just was like, it gets annoying on the back end because people forget to cancel. We have this whole like really obnoxious like button they have to click that's like, I understand this is a trial and I'm gonna get my card charged. And I promise not to call, not to email Faith's team and complain if I get charged. And like, and they have to like push this like checkbox on this like really annoying big thing about how it's a trial. And then when people's will send us, sometimes people will get mad because they'll be like, how dare you charge my card? And I'll be like, this is literally the contract. Like, you check the box, and we'll send them back a screenshot of that. But it got annoying on the back end. And I just feel like I want, at this point, for what I want, because people in the mastermind have direct access to me. I really didn't want people on free trials in there. I really want people that are going to be in there for a year, that really want to like commit to doing our process, that really want. And the other thing, like, because they have access to me, I think the trials were hard because people are trying to get an entire year's worth in like 30 days. And so it's like they come in, people need a lot when they come in, which is totally fine. But then they kind of settle in, right? I kind of get them started. I answer their questions. They'll come get coached. We'll do whatever. And we get them all settled. When they're only in there for 30 days, it's like they are just like leeching onto my energy so hard, where it's just like they have so many questions and it's so much coaching and they need so much stuff. And it's because they're trying to cram everything into their trial. But I think if they didn't have access to me, right, Haley, I'm thinking like your membership will be like patterns or something like that. If you're doing something like that, like I could see a trial being a fun way to do a launch. I don't know, but you got to think about what's going to work for you. We had like people stay though. I've gone back and forth with this over the years of like, should we do trials? Should we not do trials? But at the end of the day, I think, when I totaled up what we made on trials from people that made trials, I think we made like over 20,000 that year from trial memberships upgrading, right? So what we would do is we would give them a 30-day trial, and then at the end of 30 days, they would get like a special offer to upgrade to a year, and we would sell them into the year. And so I think we sold like 20 or 25 of those yearly memberships off of the trial. That can be a good way to do trials, is like let them do the trial and then give them an upgrade to the annual if you're doing a year. If you're going to do a year, though, you got to know that you're not going to close it for a year. So you've got to, sometimes I'll tell people, Haley's like a pretty experienced business owner, but sometimes I'll tell people when they're launching memberships, like just do it as a quarter and see if you like it, and sell quarterly memberships and monthly memberships. And if you don't like it, you can like hit the eject button. But if you sell your memberships, you got to be open for a year. Okay. Let me see. How often can you host your own bundle or summit? Let's see. How often can you host your own bundle or summit? Like, I know there's no one stopping one from doing it, but like, what's reasonable? It depends on your niche. It depends on your niche a lot. So what I will say, when this strategy was like rocking and rolling in B2B, I was doing a B2B one every quarter and we were getting a really good ROI. We might go back to that because I've seen our stuff pick up lately. It kind of, so strategies like come and go in favor. And like all of a sudden, like last year, did you guys notice this? It was like everybody was doing B2B bundles and like everybody was doing them, and it got really saturated and our results started getting like less good. And so we went to twice a year and we did really well with that. But our B2C, we do every quarter. I think you could do for most niches, I think you could get away with doing them quarterly. I think you could get away with doing them quarterly. I don't know that you would want to do much more than that because it gets, and Kelsey, bless her, like she overlaps ours where she'll have a B2C and a B2B in the same quarter, like two in within 90 days. And the turnaround is hard. So I don't know that I would do more than that, because your results will start getting watered down because you're not going to have as much time to get contributors, and you're going to be working on all the graphics, working on all this stuff. But yeah, I think for most niches, I would probably say 90 days you could do if you wanted. I think doing it twice a year is a nice pace too. It gives me like a good boost on my email list, like a couple times a year. And then you guys know I'm like launching all the time now. I've been trying out these like little monthly launches, and I've been actually really liking it. And it's been actually really motivating me and like keeping a fire under my ass to get like this course, for example. I probably would not have got done because I've been wanting to do it forever and we just never had the capacity. Just kept kicking it down the road. But since I had to do a launch this month, and I was like, I want to do something fun, I don't want it to be a boring launch. It's been really motivating me. My point is, doing the 2 injections of subscribers, since I'm selling every month, that helps our sales, right? So let me know what you guys think, how often you think. I would say 2 to 4 times a year. I know some people that just do 1 a year, and they pretty much get their subscribers they need for the year, and they're good. Like, and they're not trying to scale, and they're not trying to they're just trying to maintain their income, and they'll just do 1 bundle a year, get a chunk of subscribers, sell to those people all year, maybe participate in a couple bundles, and call it a day. That's a nice way to do your lead gen, right? Because you're not having to rely on the algorithm. You're not having to make videos every week. And I think it's awesome if you guys can do YouTube and can do social media and this. I think that's awesome. But the reality for a lot of people in my community is they don't have the capacity to do that. I'm a quick and dirty type of girl. How much time do you really need to plan a bundle? How much time do you really need to plan a summit? Let me pull up. This is in your guys' Asana board if you're in the course. And if you guys are in the mastermind, I'm giving this to you as a bonus, but if you're an annual member. Let me pull up like Kelsey's little recommendations. It's really hard to do it in under 90 days. The thing is, like, you can do it in less time if you're going to have less contributors, but then you get like less results. And people in the bundle also get less results. So sometimes if people don't get good results, they don't want to come back. So then that means next time you do it, you're going to have to go get all new people. I think we've been really good at being able to build up a certain amount of leverage of people that want to collaborate with us and want to do things with us and want to work with us, because we always try to get I'm really these days aiming for like 100 or 130 contributors. I know that sounds like a lot, but you don't have to do that many. But the reason I want to do that is because I'm like, we're already coming this far. Like, we might as well just pitch till we get that amount. Like, it is more work to have more people in it because you have to make more graphics and you have to do more stuff. But we have such a good system for doing that. It's not that much more time. And then the results for our contributors are like 4 times as much than if we stopped at like 30 contributors or 40 contributors, right? I think our last one had like 130 in it. You have 130 people, even if they have small lists, right? Because we don't necessarily target people with huge email lists necessarily. But if I have 130 people, even if they have small lists, I feel pretty confident there's going to be a decent amount of traffic on that page where everybody participating can get some kind of ROI. So that would be my caution about like the other thing that I've seen is people try to do it in too short of a timeline, and it gets really clusterfucky and messy, and it's not very well executed. And so you guys let me know in the chat if you've ever been in a bundle that's like kind of messy. People won't want to be in your thing again, right? So let's pull up this timeline SOP that I made. And I just want to let me see what the shortest one Kelsey said. I really think Kelsey is like, yeah, she said like experience with a team, like maybe 10 to 11 weeks, but really it needs to be like 12 weeks. It really needs to be like 12 weeks because you've got to make all the assets. You've got to recruit everybody. You've got to make all the pages after they turn their stuff in. And that takes like a certain amount of time. We've done it faster than that. But like I said, it's because we've done so many and like everybody on my team knows exactly what they need to do to make that happen. But honestly, even with the team, it's not fun really to bump it into those smaller spaces. it gets like we have to be like really, and we already are pretty diligent about our deadlines. We can't let people turn in stuff late. We just have like no wiggle room, like at all. So if something goes wrong or something is like screwed up, that means I'm going to be working on the weekend, right? Or I'm going to be begging Kelsey to work extra, and it can be stressful. So I think I you can do what you would like, but I don't know that I would try to do it in less than 12 weeks. If you wanted to do some small ones, what you could do is like do some freebie swaps. So I might even do like, instead of trying to do a small one, I might just do a freebie swap where like you send your freebie out to someone to your list and they send your freebie out to their list and you just guys just promote each other's freebies. I think that can be a good. I had a student do a really good process for that a couple years ago, and she did really well. And she would do Freebie Friday, right? And so she would go out at the beginning of the quarter and recruit people to be part of her Freebie Friday, and she would schedule them all for different Fridays throughout the month. And she would be like, this is when I'm sending yours out. Can you send mine out? And she basically had people sending her freebie out every week because she was also sending theirs out for her freebie Friday, right? So then her list is like really liking her emails because they're getting freebie Friday and they're getting free stuff. And then she's getting new people on her email list. And then once a month, she had this workshop that converted pretty well for her. So once a month, she would run this workshop and launch her program. And she always had new subscribers coming in because she was doing those freebie swaps. So that is an option too, if it's like the big bundle things like get too overwhelming. You can always start small and work your way up. I don't want to discourage people from doing small, but it's like you've come all this way. You know what I mean? It's like you're already doing all the stuff you got to do anyway. So if it's just like too overwhelming, I'm always like, something's better than nothing. I'd rather you guys do a small one and get the practice and then do a bigger one, like just like the half-ass launch strategy. I'm like, I'd rather you do a half-ass launch and actually launch and sell something than not sell anything this month. It's kind of that kind of mentality. But it might be worth considering like doing a big one. Let me see. I lost my little thing. This is long, so I'm just going to read it. I'm considering hosting my own bundle, but this feels like a big time commitment and lots of moving pieces. It's overwhelming. If I do it, I want success for me and success for my others who join me, but my trust level is low and I don't have that many connections to others. How can I get the most quality applicants to set them and myself for success? I think I really I was thinking about you guys actually. I watched part of Alex Hermosi's book launch this weekend. Did y'all see that? He sold like, I don't know, like a bajillion books or something in the first 24 hours his book was live. I think it was like the biggest book launch since like Harry Potter. Like really crazy. But I was thinking about you guys in the workshop because he was doing this thing when he was selling where he was like, I want to get this book into the hands of as many entrepreneurs as possible. And I'm really passionate, like, I know what these tools can do for people. And I see all these businesses failing and I really want to help. And he was really connecting his book launch to like this bigger mission of like helping entrepreneurs, right? So he wasn't just like, buy my book. He's like, be part of this like mission and thing we're doing. And then he was selling, you could buy one book, but what he was really selling was these bundles of 200 books. He's like, you can buy 200 books and then you get all these bonuses from him, right? But when he was pitching, like you could buy 200 books, he's really talking about this is like a mission that we're trying to help business owners and people need support right now and people need access to resources. And so I really do think like connecting to a mission and a purpose can be, and like being able to communicate why you care about it. In the beginning of the course, we do like your origin story. I gave you guys like mini versions of those worksheets at the workshop if you went to the workshop. But thinking about like your origin story, your mission, and being able to put that into the pitch. And then to be honest with you, my biggest tip for getting collaborators is like, just plan on pitching like 5 times more than you think. Just plan on pitching a fuck ton of people. Like, I don't know. I think like one of the reasons like we have always kind of had a certain amount of people is because I'm like unwilling to do smaller ones. I'm like, I need to make the money back. I need to make sure people get subscribers. I'm not willing to do it under this certain amount. And so if we don't get people that apply, I'm like, go pitch 100 people. Right. Poor Kelsey I'm like, this is not going to work. Like when she first started working, I remember telling her, like, this is not going to work. You need to go pitch 100 more people. And then she was like, kind of like, and then she did it. And then we had plenty of people. But I think really like people underestimate, it's just like sales. Like most people are going to tell you no. Most people are going to tell you no. So if 90% of the people are going to tell you no, and you need that 10% to say yes, like just keep pitching and get as many no's as you can. I used to do this sales workshop. I trying to remember which workshop it was in the shop. It's in the shop in one of those workshops. But I used to teach this sales equation, and it was like the number of yeses like equal the number of no's. And it was just basically like showing like if you want more yeses, you have to get more no's. And it was really about like focusing on increasing the amount of no's that you're getting, right? And like for sales, 95% of the people are going to tell you no, probably, right? If you're really good at sales, maybe 20% will say yes, but that's still 80% of people are going to tell you no. So most people are going to tell you no. And I think if you have that, the reason I say this stuff is not to like discourage people, but I think if people have that mindset, they're not so bothered when people say no. So I would just pitch 100 people until I got the number I wanted. Like, I don't know. That would be my advice, really. And then your connections to others like come from doing events like this. Like if you want people to know who you are and you want to have connections, this is a really good way to build connections. Because I felt like that too. I was like, I'm on the island out here. Like nobody knows who I am. I don't get invited to anything. And like poor me. And when we started doing these events, I was really blown away by how much I get asked to do things now. It's 100% because of this. I'm teaching the same shit, okay? The mastermind will tell you, people that have been around here will tell you, I am teaching the same stuff. I'm only teaching, okay? I like to think I get better, but at the bottom of what I'm teaching, it's the same. Like it's the same core values, core stuff we've been doing the whole time. The reason I get invited to so many more things is because I do so much more inviting. So I'm like, if you want to be invited, do the inviting. If you want to build a network, right, and build connections, you're like, I don't have that many connections. To me, that's a sign to do this. If you don't have many connections in your industry, that's a problem. Like it is a problem. You need to have a network of people that know who you are and know what you're doing and know what you're about. And it can be hard to build that online. It can be, right? Because not like I can make you guys go to networking events. What am I going to do? Right. But I think when you host events like this, people start to know who you are and what you do and what you're about because they're working with you and they're somewhat paying attention to you. So I think it's a really good way. If you're like, I don't have many connections in the industry, I'm like, well, you should do one like yesterday. Like you should do one like double time. How many bundles do you host per year? We do 1 each quarter for B2C and 2 a year for B2B. When did you start your first bundle? Sometimes we'll do a summit instead of a bundle. We just did the audio summit, and I think we took one of the bundle spots for that audio summit. But the summits never do that well for us. The reason that I do summits are because I think it is useful to clients of mine that are in the mastermind to have an opportunity to speak and like have that experience. And so sometimes I'll be like, let's do that. We haven't done it in a while. I need to like push a bunch of people. Right. And then I can like get on everybody about like apply to the summit. And then they get experience speaking, but it doesn't like lead gen wise and effort wise, it's more work for like less ROI. So unless you are doing that, like, I think the bundles are better than the summits just based on my experience of doing a lot of both. But I know there are people killing it with summits, but I'm just like, I don't see how, like, honestly. I think they have to have a really good launch on the back end. I think if you have something really valuable and you're really good at selling it, I think doing a summit can really warm people up for that pitch because they're seeing you. You have to be very engaged, though. They're seeing you talking every day. They're seeing you in the promo material. They're hearing about your stuff, and then they get a special offer to join. But I don't know. We've always gotten way better results with the bundles. You guys let me know what you think about bundles versus summits. As a contributor, also, I've spoke at a lot of big events, and I'm always pretty surprised at how few email subscribers I get, like from summits versus bundles. What is the overlap of contributors between two consecutive bundles? I don't know that we track that stat. I would have to look. I'm trying to think how many people are on our contributor email list, but we still pitch every time because I want like fresh blood in there. I don't want you guys just recycling the same email leads over and over again. Like I want new people, so we have brand new people coming in that have never seen it. And so even if we get a lot of return people, we're still going to go pitch new people. What is your offer on the thank you page and the conversion rate? I would have to look at the conversion rate, and honestly, we sell more in the funnel than on the thank you page. So we have the upsell on the thank you page is the VIP ticket, which is like a bundle of premium products. They're like higher value products. And we sell most of them in the funnel and on the email list. Like once they opt in, they get the thank you page, but then they get pitch emails from us and they get emails about the bundle, and they get like they buy more during that time, if that makes sense. So I don't know what the conversion rate is. I would have to look. What is your offer on the how long is the hosting period? We do like how long is the bundle live? We do 4 days. So I'm a big like open on Monday, close on Thursday girl. Like I'm not typically someone that loves like a long cart. Like I'm just like get in or get out. Like people that want it. Like let's go. That's just what works better for me. But you could do longer if you wanted. I've seen people do like 2 weeks. I've seen people do shorter. I've seen all kinds of stuff. What I've noted with bundles as a downside is that the same people join as contributors and simply recycling their stuff as previous bundles, which I understand because it would be a pain to keep giving away your paid stuff in multiple bundles. You might end up with, oh, Calvin, this is such a good question. Let me see if I can figure out how to open it. Hold on. You might end up giving away all your paid products as you join more bundles, but because of this, it led me to being less and less interested in bundles eventually as I kept seeing the same products from the same people. 2 questions. As a bundle host, do you think it's reasonable to keep asking for new stuff from contributors knowing that they're joining multiple bundles? I just did one where the requirements, so you get to decide what the requirements are, right? So I was just in one over the summer, and we had to prove that we had made so many sales of the product. Like we had to send like the screenshots being like, this is the amount of money I've made actually selling this product to people. And it could not have been in a bundle in the last 6 months. So if you're wanting to like really build this reputation of like really high quality premium products, which I think if you're in B2B, it can be a good strategy. You can put on the application, has this been in a bundle in the last 6 months? Has this been in a bundle in the last year? How much money have you made selling it? Have you sold it before? And then you can like kind of look at it and decide if you want it in or not. Like sometimes we don't let everybody in our stuff. Like sometimes we just look and we're like, I don't really like this that much. Like I don't think it's that good. But if you look at it and you're like, well, it wasn't a bundle, a few months ago, but looking at it, you're like, this is really good though, and it's like really high value, right? If it's a PDF and it was like some basic thing they threw together and you're like, this is not that valuable, and it was in a bundle 3 months ago. So all of this is say like you get to decide, right? You get to decide what the requirements are. As long as you're upfront with people about what the requirements are, I mean, the sky is the limit. Like I'm saying, I think we had to like prove we'd made like a couple $100 from selling our products, and they couldn't have been in a bundle, I think, in the last 6 months. I would have to look. But that was a bundle I was really excited to promote to you guys. And actually, Calvin, I remember you saying you really loved that bundle, because I remember I posted my like affiliate link in the mastermind, and you went and downloaded it. I'm pretty sure it was you that was like, this is actually a really good bundle, right? It's because the requirements for being in it are so much higher. But I think that's more of a thing in like B2B, because there's so many friggin' marketers doing this strategy, right? Because we're all business people and we're all marketers. It can get really saturated. If you're B2C, I don't think it's as big of a deal. Like, but you guys let me know what you think. Alex Hormozy is a marketing monster. I know. It's like he's like kind of too bro for me. Like I don't know. I like some of his stuff, but I can't like watch him. He was like live all day. I was like, I can't watch this all day. But it is interesting to see him pitch for sure. It's almost the same amount of work to double the contributors. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, right? I don't want to like overwhelm people when people are like hear those big numbers and they're like, "Oh my god," because then I know people feel overwhelmed and then they don't do it. So I'm like, if you were going to do a small one, I would almost do like a micro one of just like 3 of you where the expectations are like pretty managed, that it's like a small deal and it's not going to be some huge thing. I would pitch it to probably friends of yours, like people in the mastermind or like people and just, say, this is my first one. It would mean a lot to me if you were in it. I have this vision of doing this really big one. I want to help these kind of people. Would you be in it in this first one? There was another part of Calvin's question. As a contributor, would you advise giving new paid stuff for every bundle and risk giving away multiple paid products? When I was doing a lot of bundles, I just gave away the same thing every time. I'm just like, if they're new, they haven't seen it. If I'm in a bundle, I'm trying to get new people, right? New people. Now, I'm not trying to like give people that already know me new stuff every bundle, right? So I'm like, if I'm trying to get new people on my email list that don't know me, if I put the same thing in each bundle, if somebody's new and they haven't seen it and they want it, then it looks new to them. You guys let me know what you think. I put the same freaking thing. I was getting invited to so many things and I have like FOMO. Do y'all get FOMO? I still get FOMO, like saying no to things. I do not like saying no to things. I've had to say no to almost everything this year because of things I'm trying to do behind the scenes. I'm still working on that new business. Y'all remember we're in business now? I'm still working on that. There's still like a lot of things happening that y'all are not privy to. But because of that, I've had to say no to almost everything and I get the worst FOMO. But the year before, when I finally started getting invited to all this stuff, I would just always say yes. And so I had my product, I maybe had a couple that we rotated, but it was mainly the same one. And I had Kayla, my assistant at that time, she knew how to fill out those forms, and because we were submitting the same thing every time. And I always try to help bundle like hosts out. So I always do something for VIP. I always offer to like give away things for them. I really try to help people out, right, when I'm in their events and stuff. But we would just do the same one every time. And Kayla like would just fill the form out for me, and she would duplicate the landing page and make the landing page. Like I made an SOP showing her this is how to submit a bundle, like duplicate this page, make a new form so we can track it, put this information on the thing. And I just friggin' did a bajillion of them that way. Now my email list is a little more precious because I'm launching every month, right? So when I was only launching once a quarter, there was time where it was like, I need stuff to send my list. So I could kind of send those bundles all the time. But now, because I'm launching every month, we're almost always on a launch runway. And it's like, there's nowhere to put that stuff. So it also kind of depends on like, because it depends like what your launch schedule is too. Does that make sense? Let me know what you think. But again, there's no like right or wrong answer to that. I think you could. The other thing I've done is I'll use the bundles as deadlines to get shit done that I need to get done that I've been procrastinating. So you guys know, the reason that I do these beta launches like this, where you can get the course for so cheap, is because if I don't sell it and have people waiting on it, it will never get done, because there's always things that are immediate, that need immediate attention. It's just the name of the game and how it is. I can be a procrastinator for sure, like with my ADHD and stuff. But I also have a lot of balls in the air. So it's like, if something does not have to be done, it's like every week it gets kicked out. And so this course is an example of that, right? I have sold it to this beta launch and now I have to get it done. I've like put the gun to my own head. That was morbid. I did not mean that, but you know what I mean. I put my feet on the fire. Oh my God. So anyway, my point is you could use the bundles to get, if there's a product you want to get done anyway, you could use the bundles as the deadline that you have to get it done. The other thing I think you could do that would be interesting is like if you have a big course you want to get done, when you apply to a bundle, just use that as a deadline to get one of the modules done. So then it's like something you were going to make anyway, like you were going to have to make the module anyway. Now you have a deadline, you're going to have something for the bundle, right? You can put it in your big product later. There you go. I think that could be a good strategy. What are your thoughts about easily digestible PDFs versus workshops, trainings, videos, and bundles? Here's what I'll tell you that I'm noticing, Calvin, is like, it doesn't matter so much the format as much as it matters is like, what outcome are you getting? It's just like, you've heard me like when we do content review, I'm always asking people like, if you had a genie, like what would they ask for if they could have anything related to your niche, right? Nobody's asking for PDFs. Nobody's asking for modules. They're going to ask for the outcome, right? They're not going to be like, oh, I really wish I had 3 modules. Like nobody's going to ask for that, right? They're going to be like, I never want to struggle with this or this again, or I want to be able to do this and this and not feel overwhelmed and not feel stressed or whatever. And so thinking more about and again, it's all catered to your buyers, right? So thinking about the people that are going to buy your offers, that are ready to buy your offers, that do well with your offers, that really like your stuff, what would they want to get for free? The format of it, I don't think matters as much. PDFs can be, I'm always like talking shit about PDFs, but the reason why is because a lot of the PDFs people submit are very low quality. Like, and so, I don't want them in our stuff. We do pretty decent quality control, I think, like where we don't let people just put fluffy bullshit in. It's like, it needs to be like something you could actually sell and like feel good about, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't think it matters so much as about the format as much as it matters about the result. So if I'm going to teach you how to make, one of my friends does this program where she's trying to do like a sale a day or something, right? And it's like, if you could get a sale every day for the rest of your life, do you care if she gave it to you in a PDF or a workshop? Like, if you can give me that outcome, like, then I don't care, right? So think about what is an outcome like that you can get for people. Let me see if I missed any other ones. I think most of these are about the chat box. Okay, let's do the last giveaway. And then if y'all have any questions, put them in the chat and I can do the chat questions real quick too. I lost place. Lucy! Oh, Lucy's here. My event's going well. I think I'm making more money than last year. That's awesome. I think also if people don't pitch new people and only post in the collab Facebook groups, then it's the same people. Totally. I think that too. And I would not rely on those bundle Facebook groups for your contributors. You really got to go out and pitch people. You got to find them. Like, we go on Instagram, go on the internet, go find them. It's nice to get some people from those bundles to throw up your thing and get some people and meet some people that way. But it's such a small amount of the internet that is on those things. And just like you guys are saying, you end up recycling the same people over and over. And that's why we are always going out and pitching people. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay, we're going to do the $100 gift card. Oh no, you lost me. Am I still here? You guys let me know. Am I still live? Let me know. I'm going to spin this and hopefully I'm still live. Hopefully. I'm going to look. It says I'm live on Be Live, so I think I'm all good. Okay. Hopefully Zio will come back. I'm going to spin the wheel. Here we go. If you win, email info@faithmarai.com and Kelsey will get you a $100 gift card. Oh, that was really close to Megan. So this is, I don't know how to say this. Schlurs09, pick one. I'm sure you made your YouTube account, right? And it gave you that name. But if that's your comment name, send us an email because I got a prize for you. So that's what I got for you guys. Bundle Bosses still at the beta price right now. So it's $249 right now. It's going to be $497. You get lifetime access if you buy. You can get it free if you join the Mastermind annual plan. What else? think that's all I need to tell you. I'm going to make the Facebook group, the free Facebook group, I'm going to make into a collaboration group, and we'll test that out. I'm really excited about it. And so hopefully you guys can put stuff in there and I can email it out, and like, it'll be fun. I think it'll be a good time. And what else? I think that's it. I think that's all I got to tell you guys. Let me see, make sure there's no questions in the chat. You see me. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. I think someone making an offer to help bundle host pitch. I need to get better at pitching. You're on the annual plan, aren't you, Janie? I'm giving everybody the new bundle course, and you're going to get our pitch process. You're going to get everything, like how we track it. You're going to get our email templates. You're going to get how we find people. You're going to get I'm like giving you guys our whole process. I don't want to call it a course because I really want you guys, I don't want people watching videos. I want you like doing it. But I'm giving you the entire process with videos, with worksheets, with templates. So if you want help pitching, I would definitely, I think we're going to do some stuff about pitching in the next drop. So the way I'm doing this program is I'm kind of dropping like sections at a time, and I'm hoping to have it done by like October 10th-ish. And so I think the next drop has most of the collaboration, the pitching and stuff in it. So definitely when that comes out, you can go in there. And I know you've done some of your own, so you already have your own process you're building out. What you can do is go through our process and look at it and see if there's an area like that where you're like, oh, I'm weak in pitching, or oh, my pages really need to be redone, or oh, this didn't work so good. You guys can take our process and combine it with yours to like strengthen the parts maybe that need a little bit of help. Kelsey and I have spent a lot of time developing this. Like, this is not something that we like threw together. This is like a real thing that we really have been focusing on and building for a long time. So we've tested a lot of things. What I'll say. Where's the link? Oh yeah, here. Let me see if I can get you guys the link. That would probably be helpful, huh? The first drop is coming out today. So you guys are getting the strategic foundation section today. You're going to do your mission statement, your origin story. You're going to do your dates. You're going to get your timeline done. All that stuff is you get the first section of the Asana board with all those SOPs. I also have an affiliate program. If you guys want to promote this, if you have B2B people and you want to send it out, just let us know, because I have affiliate links for it now. Yeah, it's faithmariah.com/bundleboss. Do you have a template for that spreadsheet you give people that opt in to keep their freebie downloads organized? Yeah, we'll give you guys that. We're going to give you guys everything. You guys are getting all the things. It's going to take me like a couple months to put it all together. Like I'm saying, like I'm doing it in sections with the intention of having it done by like mid-October. But then after that, if you have lifetime access, you'll just have the whole thing. And if you're in the mastermind, you'll have access to the whole thing. So that's that. If you want to go through it as we're doing the beta, you can, but I'll tell you, you're going to get it at a discounted price, but you're probably going to, I'm not even going to say probably, you're going to have to go back and like add in sections of the Asana board and sections of the Airtable and stuff. But I don't think it's a big deal. I'll show you how to do it. I just want to be transparent with people. The beta is always at the lowest price because I make it in real time. Sometimes I'm like, oh shit, like I forgot something. I have to go back. It's not going to be hammered out 100% this first round, right? You will get lifetime access though, and we are going to sell it for $497 when it is hammered out. So the deal for me is kind of like, I need people to be accountable to so I can get it done. And so I like doing these beta launches where I give you guys a really big discount in exchange for like flexibility, right? And then I'll get the program done. You guys know we like make things better over time. And so you get all the lifetime updates. If we test something and we start doing things different ways, or we see a better way of doing things, you'll get all the updates in the course and everything. If you buy during beta, you get lifetime updates for the lifetime of the program. If you're in the mastermind annual, you get it for free. And the mastermind's getting 3 bonus calls. So you guys are going to get 2 Q&As with me and 1 Q&A with Kelsey. Kelsey and I have to schedule those still, but we're going to put them kind of further out so you guys have time to like go through the content. What else? The mastermind is a really good if you're like, I need support and I would like to ask questions and I would like to have community. We do like live calls and coaching. We do monthly sprints. If you need that kind of accountability, then the mastermind's a really good option. If you're like, I just need the process and the SOPs and like I'm all good, like just buy the beta course. Like that's a really good deal for that. Really. And I don't it's not going to be like cheaper than that. I can't imagine selling it cheaper than that, honestly. Mastermind members, both new and existing, will get lifetime access. No, you get access to it while you're a paying member. I really tried to make that clear, but sometimes I get in my head and like jumble it up. I'm just going to open this so I remember to go back and like clarify it. You get access to the Bundle Boss while you're a mastermind member. So while you're active, right? I can't give, you guys know you get a lot in the mastermind. I cannot give access to like me and my team and lifetime access to like all of our programs for that price. I would have to charge a lot more. And we try to keep the price like accessible, especially right now. I think I'm going to have to put it back up to $9.97. I was kind of messing with this idea of like, maybe it'll just be $5.97 forever. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, maybe we could keep it at that price, but I don't know that I can afford to keep selling it at $5.97. I think it's going to have to go back up to $9.97. Right now at $5.97 for the mastermind though, that's a really good deal. The mastermind helps me sell. Otherwise I just wouldn't sell things. What price is on the page? I think I updated the sales page with the cart already. Whatever price is on the sales page is what it is. I think it's at $249, but maybe I'm remembering. Sometimes I mix numbers up. Yeah, it's $249 and it's going to be $497 when we launch. Or you can get it for free as a mastermind bonus while you're a member. Oh, yeah. No, Jen, you're fine. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have. That's why I'm on here. I'm just trying to make sure I answer you correctly because my memory sucks. And so I'm just trying to make sure I give you guys the right information. $5.97 is a steal. I think so. I think it's a steal. You guys also get We're in Business Now as a mastermind bonus, which is my other new course I made this year that I'm like obsessed with and in love. You guys get access to that. You guys get a year in creator camp. I do a weekly Zoom call in there with either me or a team member. You get access to do Q&A with me. So you can submit the Ask Faith form and then I answer on the podcast, which has really been really fun. And yeah, you get just like a lot of support. I just wanted to make a community where you can ask questions and get support. The idea of the mastermind has always been that it was a similar kind of support that you would get in a high-end mastermind with less of the cost, right? And so usually to get access to like someone like me and my team to be able to ask them questions, right, and get consulting would cost thousands of dollars. But we're like, how can we do this in a way where it's at scale, where we can help more people and keep the price down? Like that's always been an interesting idea to me. My business models have always been like mostly volume based. This is why I'm so good at getting leads. But it's mostly volume based because I just have always like been real passionate about, I'm not someone that's ever been like, oh, I want to charge like $10,000 or I want to charge $5,000. Like I've always tried to keep our prices like accessible to people. And I've always been interested in helping a lot of people and having a big community. All right, y'all. Yeah, the beta price is lifetime access, Brenda. So at $249, right, I'm going to make the course. I am doing my best to not miss anything as we go through, but there's a lot of little details in here and I think I'm going to want to make changes. So this first little round up until October, I'm probably going to be tinkering with some stuff in there. But then once we have it finalized, you guys will get access to it forever. If we test new things and try new things, if I find new ways of doing stuff, it'll go in there and you'll get access to it. I'm not someone that does like, I don't know, like I bought something with lifetime access and then the next round, the girl was like, oh, but you have to charge for like the live calls or like, you know what I mean? There was like an upgrade fee and like, I'm not someone that really does stuff like that. So it's going to be the SOPs. The program is like the SOPs. You're getting our Asana, our Airtable, our System.io templates, website templates, Canva templates. It's everything I can think of to give to you to like make this a little easier, with instructions and videos about how to use it, all in an Asana board. So you go down the board as a to-do list. I didn't want to put it in a course portal and have it be like watching modules. I really wanted it to be like a to-do list. You go down, you watch the stuff, you go do it, and you check it off as you're doing it. You guys will get access to that forever with any updates that we do. If we add stuff to it, if we, I don't know, make a bonus for it. A lot of times when I relaunch stuff, I'll add bonuses. So I think that this will be a signature program for us. Like, I don't know that, right? Because you never know how things are going to go. But I just feel like I just feel really confident about this process. I feel like I know I can get people results. There's not that many things in business I feel that confident about, is what I'll say. It's like it's kind of different for everyone, and the timeline is all different, and it all depends on so many variables. This process, I'm like, if you do this process, like you're going to get leads. Like I feel very confident about it. And so I'm really wanting it to make it, in my mind, this is going to be like a, not like signature program, but like a main program of ours that we're selling for the next couple of years. So that's what I'm saying about that. All right, y'all, I'm going to go. If you guys are in the mastermind and your annual, Rebecca and I are working on adding everybody. And you guys get the private podcast. I made a whole private podcast about bundles, and I'm going to keep adding to it as I make the course. So you guys will get that. But Rebecca and I are adding current members in today, and I'm going to add the first section of all the stuff for the first section into the portal for you guys today. And it'll be really fun. And I'm excited for you guys to be in there. I think that's it. Okay. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks everybody that submitted questions. Thanks for coming to the workshop. Thanks for hanging out live. I really appreciate y'all. And I will talk to you guys